hanging out.
Wait a minute. I'll take a few there.
All right, thank you so
Okay,
much.
you're welcome. Check that. Make
Do
sure
you
they're
two
right.
want one?
No, we got plenty.
You guys?
We're gonna go
I like to be home.
down in Tampa on
Basically, I have to stay
July
the week
4th.
They were just telling me the boat.
This boat, you heard about that boat? Wow.
I don't know anybody now.
Wow.
Not a person.
A lot of these houses
I know.
are knocked down and newer
I don't
ones.
know any of them. And they're all gone. I'm still here.
Well, good for you.
Your dad happened to go up there and he saw her and he made up his mind and she had a boyfriend at the time.
Yeah, LCBLD.
Your dad just was after her constantly. He got friendly with my father. He'd come to the house and my father would give him wine and he'd talk with my father and Italian
Yeah.
and drink wine. My father got to like him. So after a while they got married.
And then that's how you met Joe. You met
his way in.
Then Joe,
and Joe.
you know how I met Joe? When my sister started dating
Ross.
Ross.
Yeah,
Ross didn't know how to drive.
right.
He bought a new car. And he had Joe drive him.
Right.
And they used to, in Pennsylvania, they had the Blue Laws. Blue Laws is, all the bars is closed
On Sunday.
unless you belong to a club.
Ah.
Well, he belonged to the Ukrainian club, the Polish club, and the Italian club. So, anyhow, he'd have Joe drive them to the club so they could go out on a Saturday night. And they did what they thought funny that he had to go by himself, you know. So they used to drag me along. I was about 15 years old, and I was going to nightclubs. And anyhow, this went on until I got married.
Yeah.
And then we had
But you went to the prom with Joe, didn't you?
then I knew I wanted this one boy in class to take me there. But he was, I'll get it. Sometimes I would dance with him, you know.
Yeah.
So when I graduated, he asked me if he could take me to the prom. And I says, I'd let him know. And he asked me again. I says, okay.
Oh, first you said you'll let him know.
You said you'll let him know.
Yeah. And he brought me to the prom. It was in Butler, PA.
On Butler?
And
Wow.
I had this girlfriend of mine. And I got her date. You know, her date was the guy that worked at the grocery store. He used to work at Kroger's or somewhere in Catania. And his father had a bar or something, I don't know. But we went to the dance. And now we danced together.
Yeah.
I would have never been any further than that. I never dated him. But he did take me to the prom.
Yeah.
And was he a gentleman?
He was, you better believe it.
Oh yeah, back then, like we watched last night, you know,
You
touching.
better believe he was a gentleman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Always liked Uncle Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Grandpa Ross was nice to you?
Huh?
Grandpa Ross was nice to you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He got along with your dad. They used to drink wine.
They used to like to drink their wine.
Yeah.
My father used to make wine.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that.
My dad said he used to keep it in like where they had like a spring house or something, and he'd keep it in the cold, in the water.
Mostly in a cellar, I think. But I remember he used to have wine. But I remember when they delivered the damn grapes, boxes
really?
of grapes.
Wow.
Wow.
Great.
And they make wine.
Wow.
But you know, my father drank wine all. He came here on vacation. And I knew he drank wine. So I put a little pitcher of wine on the table, flat. You get the gallon and put it under the table.
The gallon at the table. He brought it with him. I remember we used to drive from New Kensington to Niagara Falls. Remember they lived in that duplex. Your brother Louis lived on one side,
Yeah, that's true.
and Chet and your dad lived on the other side.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. We'd run up the steps and go in. You can see the kitchen all the way back. Your dad was sitting there with a jug of wine.
We always had
And my dad would walk in, he'd reach down, get the jug of wine, put it on the table, and him and my dad would start drinking.
Well, you know, my father was,
Remember that, Sherry?
yeah, he drank wine with all his meals. He drank it. And another thing, most all of us were vegetarians, except Leonard
Oh, really?
and my father. And my sister would eat meat once in a while.
Who, my mom,
Isabel.
Jay?
Isabel.
Oh, Isabel.
Isabel would eat meat. But my mother always take this chair there.
Yeah,
Take this chair, put that.
We can fix it. It's always the same
You
one.
did the other one, right?
No, that's this one.
Yeah, this one too.
Yeah, Ralph fixed a couple of
No,
them.
that's okay. Yeah, I'll have to talk to Ralph about how.
So why were mostly everyone vegetarians?
Nobody liked meat.
That's a good reason.
But anyhow,
I'm not gonna sit right next to
chicken, we'd have chicken. We had a
you.
couple
You
of
gotta
chickens.
You gotta glue it.
And my mother would cook chicken. She fried chicken. But my father used to go to the country. Out in the country, when they used to farm, butcher cows, and
Oh,
he'd get a half of a cow, a half
wow.
of a calf, for about $20.
That's expensive, right, for back then?
And of
a lot
course,
of meat.
with that, they made salami and they made other stuff.
Yeah, they make all the,
But none of
Tried.
they used every bit of it.
everything was so cheap. And we used to buy our groceries in town. And where we lived was a small town.
Yeah.
And we went to Catania to a big store, and my mother would order food. And so this one time, the big truck came through where we lived, and he stopped the dead truck. Where is the Rizzo grocery store, restaurant?
A restaurant, yeah.
But she used to order all the food for a
I
whole
thought it was a
month.
restaurant.
Oh, because they were ordering so much they thought it
food,
was a
you thought it
restaurant.
Rizzo restaurant.
They went to order the Rizzo restaurant. But she would order macaroni, flour. She made her own bread, all the bread. And canned stuff that we
Well, I remember my mom and dad saying that a lot of people did eat there. Would just come in, a lot of your friends,
Well, then
and people were.
my mother had a special apartment in the cellar,
Oh,
and it was all lined with canned food.
really? Stuff she can. Yeah.
Did we ever tell you about us going back to your house?
We brought, Taylor was maybe very young, maybe a year or two. We took them to
Where
Catania.
we living?
In summer?
Near the Mahoning Creek there.
Where
Mahoning
Mahoning Creek is, the house your father built. And then it burned down. I don't know how old you were. And then he built another house.
Yeah.
It was when he wanted to live
And
out in the
you were
country.
there?
There was a
We
tunnel
took-
underneath.
We
Yeah,
took my
because-
mom
yeah,
and
that's
dad.
right, yeah.
We
Yeah.
took my mom and dad to Katanning and New Kensington. And
That was there.
Wayne
There.
said, do you
There.
think, he said to my mom, he said, do you think you would remember how to get to your house? We can go there. And she knew it was before Worthington, you know, she kinda had a general. We found-
and the town was like over the hill.
Mm-hmm.
And they had one big grocery, there was only 2 telephones,
We found the
3
place.
telephones in a whole.
Telephones.
So
The
there
whole
was,
town.
there was one guy living there next door to your old house.
Where Aunt Julia's house was, across.
Yeah. But anyhow,
Wow.
we'd go to the store and we'd buy, you couldn't buy a lot of groceries there, they had certain staples. But anyhow, we were there and what would we buy?
You buy flour and stuff?
No, everything was real expensive.
Hmm.
But that's why she went into town to buy all the groceries and just things that we ran out of, like salt and pepper.
And who translated for her? Because did she mostly just speak Italian?
My mother spoke good English, but my father couldn't. My brother took my brother to Italy on vacation, and he went to visit relatives.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the boys says to my father, "Say something in English, you know." He says, "Bullshit."
That's what he said.
But my mother spoke good English.
Good English.
But she wasn't educated. We taught her how to write and certain words that she had to know. My father did read, but he read Italian.
He read Italian. He used to have a little Bible in Italian.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And he
Remember
ordered
he'd sit in the
an
couch,
newspaper.
read the little Bible in Italian?
How about the time that he sent Lenny and Brenda to the store?
Oh, yes.
My father
Yeah.
went to take care of
Us.
the two kids because my sister Jay and Ross were going somewhere.
I don't even know where they went. They were gone for a day or two.
They were going to, so my father went there
Grandma
to take
was.
care of the two kids. So my father did all of it. My father was a good cook, very good cook. So he was cooking one day and he says to Lenny and Brenda, "Go to the store and buy me something we
So,
needed."
Jens.
Jens.
So they
Yes.
said,
Jens.
"Yes." So they went to the store and he says, "We want some yens." And they didn't know what are yens. And so they come home empty-handed. And they said, Grandpa, they didn't have any yens at the store. He says, "Oh, you stupid Americani," he called them.
Americani, yeah.
So he went to the store and he picked up the onions and yens.
He was talking about onions. Stupid Americani.
He wanted yens.
He wanted Jens.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
oh,
Like I
that's
said, my
funny.
mother spoke pretty good English, but my father didn't.
He loved the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
He used to make my mother wait for dinner until the Three Stooges were over. He didn't understand a word they were saying, but he just laughed. Yeah,
And another program he liked, he used to like that program at night, on Saturday night.
Lawrence Welk?
Lawrence Welk, yeah.
Yep.
He's like, what you do. But like I say, he was in good health. And when he
Yeah.
came here, he used to go, my brother Chip bought a house and lived nearby here.
Oh, okay.
And every afternoon, he'd walk to the bar and have his beers. And this one day, I guess he walked to the bar, and before he went in a bar, he fell over. He fell, so I guess somebody went and picked him up. And then they took him to the hospital. Well, he was in a hospital, he couldn't wait. He didn't like the food, so my sister Isabel and I used to bring food to the hospital for him to eat. He didn't like the food. And he was doing real good. And like I say, he was never sick in his life, and all he did, like I said, that wine helped him. He drank a lot of wine. And so he was real happy this one day. And he says he was coming home the following day. So we were all ready for him to come the following day. And during the night, my brother Chet got a call that he passed away. His kidneys. This is his kidneys. But like I say, he was never sick a day in his life.
And bam, just like that.
Wow.
That's why a lot of old people don't like to go to hospitals.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I'm gonna go back where I was.
Was I right?
No.
What'd you see?
I knew that the water was gonna bring it to you. You can't make it to me. Make it to me. That's
Okay.
like putting your hair up.
Okay, I will. I can.
Ready, so I'm gonna send it to you and then you do it.
You're gonna go right after you, Lynn.
that's what my dad did. The radio room. Ross Stolson worked in here. Bye.